Hello guys, it's me, Apex Studio Productions, or X Phoenix Wing as my gamer tag has always been. So this is me coming back onto YouTube really. This will be my third time recording this audio clip because it deleted it. So here we are. This is, pretty much me jumping back into YouTube. The last video I ever had on YouTube was about 2 years ago, and it was Infamous Second Son. I never finished playing it. Had some stuff come up, ended up moving out of a house, moving out of another house, and well, I wouldn't really call the other one a house, but had moved into another house. So I've had a lot of moving in the last 2 years, and I know people have been, well, the world hasn't, I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. C-19 has kind of, screwed everything up in the last 2 years. Or technically a year and a half, I don't even know how long it's been. But, this is me trying to get back into it, trying to make funny, entertaining series videos. Unfortunately, I've thought about making another channel where I do stuff outside. Go hiking, go to abandoned buildings, just out adventuring. But fortunately, I don't have the means or the financials right now to get a camera and just go out and start recording and hoping that everything would work out in the end. Yeah, so I've had about 3 jobs since the last 2 years, and one of them was a job I had for about 6 years, and we'll call it the Golden M, if most of you will understand it, because you probably go and get coffee there unless you go to Starbucks. But, the Golden M,
a lot of long shots with these.
It's all around the world. You gotta know what I'm talking about.
Small caliber, high performance.
And I spent 6 years of my life there, and what I get out of it, a couple of stories, really.
Good old one-shot wonder.
It was interesting there, really.
Think I might just need this. Let me demonstrate what I can do with this.
In this last couple of years I learned a lot. Learned whenever you're going through a hard time, the best thing is to, stay as calm as possible, no matter how tense or stressful the situation can be, or how other people can intensify a situation to be much worse than it is. Not recently, but yeah. The best thing to do is keep a level head, because the moment you don't have a level head is the moment information doesn't get processed right, or something gets left out, or something gets forgot. I know situations out there in the world where, I can't always apply all situations to what I'm saying right now, but for some, when something goes, awry, or doesn't quite go how it was supposed to or intended to, the only thing we can really do is kind of brush ourselves off, pick ourselves up, and just keep trying. And I know that seems, difficult from where I'm at and where anybody else is at currently, but, like I said, I had a job for 6 years, and I had another job, technically 2.5 jobs, you want to look at it. Life is tough, especially when you first start actually going out into the world. I always like to believe, so when it comes to just people, how you go about treating somebody, I've always said, treat others how I wanted to be treated, you know? I don't mean like, oh dude, you know, this guy ain't talking to me, so that's not what I mean. Like, if someone's ignoring you, you know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, if someone's just being a jerk to somebody, or you see something going on to someone else, like, I know people just want to, you know, that don't get involved in a situation, but
Post-mortem hostile down.
how do we grow as people if we're not put in a tough situation sometimes? Like, let's say you see someone, you know, getting bullied. You know, most people wouldn't want to go over there, you know, avoid conflict, and that's how I am. I like to avoid conflict, but not to the extent to where if I saw people picking on somebody, that I would just walk by, you know. I don't, because if you think about what if you were the one being bullied in that situation? You just saw someone walk by. You know, how does that make you feel? I guess because I've been in that situation. I have, and I can definitely tell you from an outside and inside perspective, it's neither fun when you're the one being picked on and bullied, you know. Especially when it comes to someone throwing hands, you know. Just don't obviously, you know, always do that as a last resort. Or if someone, you know, just randomly starts fighting you, you know, don't ever try to hurt him in that, you know, in that time, but definitely take him down or pin him down into the ground or something, just to where they can't move or hit back. But I don't believe in just, I'm gonna say, violence is necessary from point to point, but it's also not necessary. You know, if you can talk a situation down, talk it down, don't escalate. Because the moment a situation gets too far escalated, and then you try to bring it down, it's more likely to escalate a situation than to de-escalate a situation. Always treat people how you want to be treated, and always look through life through other people's perspectives too, because you never know what that person would be going through, you know. Especially now with C-19, you never really know what's going on in someone's life. You never know if someone's just lost their job, lost their house, you know. And that's tough stuff, because I've definitely lost my first house. No, I wouldn't say I lost it, but more or less got kicked out. And that's a whole different topic. So, anyways, how about I tell you a story from my job that I've worked for 6 years. Maybe start making some story time videos. So, I start this job because my mom or my stepmom. Let me get this straight right here. My stepmom got me this job. I call her mom. Please don't get confused when I refer to my stepmom as mom. Or mom, yeah. But so obviously I'm part-time right now. I'm working. Let's say it. Golden M. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm working at the Golden M. This is like a month I've been there, and I go in, and the way this building is, it's off of a highway, so it's attached to a gas station. But the way it's laid out is you could walk straight across from one door to the other, and it's kind of like an L shape on both sides. Where the gas station was more of a square, as our store was more of an L. Where if you took the right and you walked down, and yeah, you walked down 2 double doors, and then there was another 2 double doors. If you took the left, there would be 2 bathrooms in a little hallway. And then if you went farther, you would already be in the gas station. It wasn't a very big store at all.
Confirmed as Omega. You're authorized to engage.
You know, I show up, I go to the bathroom, get dressed, do what I need to do, And I go back out and sit near the 2 front doors in the where you first come into the Golden M to sit down at one of the booths. So I'm in one of the booths sitting down. And I noticed this guy is up at the counter. He didn't seem happy. This was so long ago I couldn't remember what the guy was talking about, what was wrong with his burger. But anyways, so he's sitting there screaming at one of my managers. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know, there's nothing I can do in this situation right now because I don't have enough experience. So I'll let my manager deal with it, you know, because as a returning manager, you're supposed to deal with situations like that anyways. So I'm kind of watching, listening, and dude gets mad because they can't do anything for his food, right? Well, dude acts like he's gonna walk off with his burger, right? Picks it up off the counter, and I mean, he's close to, like, he's up against the counter. I guess I should say. Yeah, looked like they're ready to throw hands. And it grabs the burger and tosses it as hard as he could at whoever. It didn't hit anybody, but it smacked one of the walls back there, and it splattered. Like it made a good slap noise. It slapped. I don't really know how to make that sound. But yeah. So that happens, and then our manager turns back around. We'll just call him Jay. I was gonna call him JF, but if you had a K, then it's weird. We'll just call him Jay. We'll just call him JF. So JF turns around and kind of gives this guy a look. The guy freaks out and leaves the store. So I walk up there and I'm kind of curious what was going on and see the damage to the burger. And the burger had splattered all over near the grill, I'm pretty sure. Man, it's been so long since I remember this. But I don't know, that whole situation was weird, strange to me. Who would get so upset that their burger's wrong and then throw their burger at the people that made it? That doesn't make them make another burger. That just makes them not want to make another burger for you specifically. So here's a little Halloween story. So I got to scare some of the people in the lobby one day. You know, didn't really intend to. It was kind of middle of the day, you know. Everyone's kind of getting ready for Halloween. So I needed to go to this party, and I needed a costume. Well, at the time, I was being irresponsible with some of my money. But, you know, I came up with this idea, and I started talking to my manager, JF. And I convinced him to let me use some of the boxes that were back there we didn't take out earlier. I was like, hey man, can I make a costume out of these? He's like, yeah, go for it. So I make the costume, and they draw little buttons on my back. So I'm supposed to be this, like, robot. So that's how it ended up turning out. It wasn't intended, but that's how it worked. And I go into the lobby and I sit down at a couple booths, and this girl came over, or not came over, but was walking by. And as she was walking by, I went to get up because I was in this seating position. And as I went to get up, she freaked out, and she was right next to her mom, so she grabbed her mom by her arm, and her mom looks over and sees me getting up. Her mom doesn't say anything, kind of gives a look, when it's kind of expected. Go to a different spot and sit down. Of course, I'm doing all this on my break. And these two different groups of people come in, they order food, and they sit down. They're all kind of looking at me. I have two little eye holes. I'm sitting perfectly still, and I'm wondering if people can see me. People keep looking over at me, so I keep thinking, well, you know, maybe people have caught on that I'm just a person in these boxes. So I got to get up, and these two guys that are staring at me from two different tables. One guy from one table, one guy from another table, both just kind of staring at me. And I go to stand up and start moving around, and as I do, this guy walks around the bathrooms, which is where I was sitting. And as soon as I go to stand up, this guy just kind of looks at me. He says something to me. And I get up and notices other people kind of look at me too, and they're like, "Oh, you know, sewn in these boxes." And they say a couple things. Man, it's been too long. Well, anyways, I think time's about up for this video. Anyways, guys.
Ready to go.
But if you guys would want to help me out and help me keep doing what I'm doing, trying to make content, see if I can make people laugh or give some advice here and there. A like and a subscribe. I know people say that all the time, but if you really could, it'll help me out a lot, and I could keep posting out videos for you guys. But this is a welcome back video, and I was just, I figured, what's stopping me really? May as well, got all this time right now on my hands. So, here's just me playing some Cold War, just talking about coming back onto YouTube. But if you guys could share this video, give it a like or subscribe, help me out. Right now I don't make anything off of this, but, that's not the point right now anyways. I'd like to just kind of make people happy, laugh. Sorry, I kind of yawned there. Day's almost up anyways. But
Get back to it. I want
appreciate
that
everybody. Stay safe. Don't do anything too crazy. Be responsible.
Target reacquired south of your position.
Okay. Try to keep a level head when it comes to stressful situations. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing not to get stressed, I know. But anyways, guys, take care, be safe. See ya.
Get back to it. I want that threat eliminated. Target reacquired south of your position. Right, team. Collect any Ethereum left behind. You'll need it.
Beacon location has been identified.